Welcome to the Frankie and Rose Show. I am your host, Rochelle. Now we are starting a new segment on the Frankie and Rose Show. This newly added segment is designed to inspire, uplift, encourage, and inform couples with useful tips on how to communicate effectively and stay in love. Joining us tonight via Skype is a married couple who work together, inspiring other couples with daily messages of love and encouraging words to help them build stronger relationships. Mark and Lakia Lane, founders and CEOs of Husband and Wife for Life, are joining us tonight to give useful tips to couples and tell us more about their Husband and Wife for Life products. Now let's begin tonight by talking about one of the key factors that lack in many relationships today, which is communication. For couples who are struggling to communicate with one another, what advice or tips would you offer to them that they can use daily?
Okay. Well, I definitely want to say that communication is vital for any marriage, any relationship. It's what we feel like keeps the marriage going. And just like a wheel, God is the axle and foundation of a marriage, and communication is what keeps that marriage going, effective communication. So you definitely, when you're communicating, you definitely want to be sure that you're communicating respectfully. Make sure that what you're verbalizing is in a respectful manner so that your spouse can accept it in a healthy way. You definitely want to be able to verbalize, fully communicate your needs and your boundaries and your, things that you want from your spouse. So you definitely want to communicate that fully. And also, definitely during like arguments or disagreements, make sure you focus more on your marriage than you do on what you want personally.
Right now, many.
If I was a little something, I would say, even from a guy's perspective, sometimes we as men, we get upset, we don't communicate, we kind of back off, But even if you're upset, communicate and voice your opinion to your mate, because the worst thing you can do is just stop communicating however you feel. A lot of times for guys, it's hard to pull out what's in us, and we kind of communicate on a different level what's really going on with us. But I really believe, in a relationship, if you're not communicating, regardless if you're upset, whatever case may be, then you're just going to continue to separate yourself from your spouse. And that's the worst thing you can do, is have two people in a household, in a room, or even in a family, and there's no communication. But you definitely want to communicate, despite of the issue, despite of whatever you're going through. That communication is going to help massage your situation. So you definitely want to stay in communication with your spouse and with God.
Many of our viewers have wrote into the Frankie and Rose Show with questions on infidelity and how to overcome an issue such as this. Now, trust holds no value in relationships anymore. What are some ways that couples can rebuild their relationships after dealing with infidelity?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say I'm glad, I'm happy the way that you asked the question, because that lets couples know that there is life after infidelity, that marriages can work after infidelity. A lot of couples think that once infidelity has occurred, that they automatically get a divorce, and that's not the case. There's been many couples that have proven, having life after infidelity, and healthy marriages after infidelity. But first and foremost, you want to make sure that both spouses is on the same page when you're looking at that situation. Both spouses need to come together and want to make it work after that, compromise has been made. You also want to be sure to remember that the process to rebuild trust. You can't expect it to happen right away. So give your spouse that time to create that trust again. So you don't want to speed up the process, because trust does take time to rebuild. The spouse that did do infidelity, they have to own it, they have to confess it, accept it, and they need to apologize as well. And so that the other spouse knows that they were wrong for what they did, and they acknowledge that. And then the other spouse needs to verbalize exactly what they need, what they want, and the boundaries that are set for the relationship going forward.
And I would say, as far as infidelity goes, for the most part, I never really experienced infidelity in a tangible sense. But if I was to say infidelity, you know, if you want to keep your marriage, you got to really want your marriage. You know, infidelity is a hard blow, you know, so it's going to definitely have to take rebuilding that trust with that person. You can build a marriage, you can build a relationship with many, many years, but one side of infidelity can cut it all away. With one big blow, you knock it all the way back down to the base of the foundation. So you got to start all over again. But it's got to be both parties with a willingness to say, you know what, despite of what happened, I want to still trust you again. I want to make this work for our family. I want to make this work for our children. And we're not going to let anything, despite what comes our way, we're not going to let anything deter us apart. You know, and I just truly believe that, you know, husband and wife have to definitely be at that level of love for each other. You know, and I really think that's just basically, you know, when you love a person unconditionally, you know, despite of their actions, you know that there's a better thing or a better person from within, and that may have just been one situation that just happened. That of course you don't agree, you don't go with the situation, but you don't condone it, but you have enough love for that person to say, you know what, I'm going to give you another chance, and we're going to take this walk together, despite of what, you know, we all got issues in our relationship, but despite of what just happened, we're going to take this walk together, and we're going to allow God to restore our marriage, and, you know, both be on the same page.
Mark and Lakia, you are a married couple who work together and have been married for many years. How do you balance life, family, faith, and time for one another?
Well, I definitely believe that in order to make the family work, you got to make the marriage work.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to always create that time to be together. You know, even though you may have such a busy life, you have a routine life, everything gets so busy every day, and it can be easy for your life to get cluttered. But you have to make that time or create that time to be with each other, even if it's just 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I mean, that don't sound like a long time, but 5 minutes can at least reconcile you two together. So definitely have that time together. I mean, regardless of what happens in your day, make sure you have that time.
Right.
Well, all of that, you know, as a family man, you know, most importantly, you know, you want to be about your family. You know, it's a part of you. You know, so you always want to go back and just get re-energized with your family. That's natural for me. You know, and in spite of all the businesses and activities you may have in your life, you know, family is where you gain your strength, you gain your love, you gain your support. You know, and so it's a balance. You know, it's a juggle. You know, and it grows as you grow with your family and with your relationship. And it's different for everybody, you know, because everybody's lifestyle is different. But it's always about making that time, whether it's Skype with technology today, or whether it's, you know, phone call or text, whatever it can be. You know, you always have to make sure you stay close, stay in part with your family, stay connected with your family despite of your situation.
I want to shift gears a bit and talk about Husband and Wife for Life. Tell us why you two decided to start Husband and Wife for Life and the inspiration behind it.
This was a vision of mine for a long time. And I call it a conviction from God because He was definitely pulling on my heart for a long period of time before we answered the call. Husband and Wife for Life was created about 3 years ago from that conviction. It's a large burden on our heart for marriages that were constantly getting divorced and separated. And just releasing that burden from all of us, we decided to answer God's call and create Husband and Wife for Life, just to give couples just a little tidbit of advice and tools to help them stay together in this modern world, stay together for a lifetime.
Last but not least, let our viewers know where they can connect with you and learn more about Husband and Wife for Life.
Yes, we are on Facebook. If you go to www.facebook.com/Husband and Wife for Life. We are also on Twitter at Husband Wife Life. And then we have our own official website on www.husbandandwifeforlife.com. And we also on LinkedIn for those businesses and churches that want to link in with us at Husband and Wife for Life on LinkedIn as well.
Mark and Lakia Lane, we'd like to thank you guys so much for stopping by the Frankie and Rose Show. I know your schedule's very busy, so I want to thank you guys and let you know how much we appreciate you. Anytime you want to come back, please feel free to do so.
Thank you so much, Frankie and Rose. We really appreciate this opportunity. God bless you.
Everybody, that was Mark and Lakia Lane of Husband and Wife for Life. You can find them on Facebook and Twitter if you want to connect with them. Go on over there, get some words of encouragement, and be good in your relationships. This is the Frankie and Rose Show. We have more to come. We ask you guys to stick around. There's much more on the way. Hi, everybody. Just want to let you know that we are on Facebook and Twitter. We'd appreciate you if you stop by, hit the like button on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. You can find us, the Frankie and Rose Show. We'd be glad to have you, and we'd be glad to connect with you and have you as a friend. So stop by Facebook and Twitter and let us know how you enjoy the Frankie and Rose Show.